So, hello. Once again, I'm back on my not so old and certainly not so new Lenovo Legion 5 Pro AMD edition. Once again, for good or ill, I'm running Pop OS Cosmic on Wayland. And before I will continue, let me show you the system information using the GUI and then the terminal. So in order to do this, we have to open the Cosmic settings, then move to System and Accounts and go on the About option. And here we can see all the system details: 16 GB of RAM, AMD Ryzen 7 5800H, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 laptop version, of course, mobile graphics or Max-Q if you prefer, and 1TB SSD storage. As I said, Pop OS, it's the 24.04 LTS Cosmic Wayland. And let's move on now to the terminal. Here we are. Once again, Pop OS 24.04 LTS, Fish Shell running on native screen resolution of 2560 by 1600 at 165 Hz. However, I'm streaming and recording at 25 FPS Full HD. And I forgot to mention this, today I'm streaming on the YouTube Live service. And yesterday also forgot to show you my OBS settings for the Twitch stream that I did. But it's the same basically settings that I'm using today on YouTube Live. So I will show you this after this moment. I will show you the OBS settings. Let's continue with the system information. Cosmic Desktop, AMD Ryzen 7 5800H, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 Mobile, 16 GB of RAM and 1 TB of SSD space. At the moment I'm using Ethernet to use the network, the internet, but Wi-Fi works just fine with the distribution. Anyway, let's move to the OBS settings. Here we are, and basically I'm using both for the streaming and the recording the same video encoder, which is software X264 for both of them. Let me change the size, make it bigger, okay, so you can see even better the details. The encoder preset for the streaming is very fast, it's the default, medium CPU usage, standard quality. And for the recording I'm using video encoder of software X264, low CPU usage preset, increases file size. And I'm capturing on Matroska Video MKV. These are the encoder stuff. Same deal with the Twitch stream the other day and with the Kick stream the other day. Video bitrate is 8000 and audio bitrate is 96. Yeah, the rest are more or less, you know them already. I'll skip this now. Let's move on to the main workspace again. So yeah, for the ones that have been watching this adventure on this Linux distribution, Pop OS with Cosmic, you know that I have not a very good experiences, not my favorite. But yeah, I'm stubborn old person, old dementia riddled has-been, and here I am, persistence prevails and all that. Anyway, as you can see, I've made quite a few changes. First of all, it's not so bad. I like this theme. This is how, for example, the Cosmic Files Manager appears with this color scheme. This is my Vivaldi browser, and this is where is the terminal? Here we are. Okay, not bad, not bad, but yeah, still much work to be done, but I'm making progress. That's what matters, right? Anyway, first of all, on the top panel, on the top bar here, I've put my workspaces switching up here with the numbers, which doubles down like this. For example, if I will click again on number 1, it's like an expose, so to speak. I like this one, and I left it here just because I wanted to show you that this icon here, I can remove this now, but I wanted to show you that you get this functionality up here using this workspace switcher. So it's like you can do 2-in-1, so to speak. Because this one I don't like, I didn't have any other visual representation before clicking the icon, sorry. So in order to check my workspaces, I had to click first here and then say, okay, workspace 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to go to 4, boom. So I didn't like this method here, and I like this one better. If I want to switch instantly, 5, 4, 2, 1, no problem, instantly, one click change, because this one I just need to click and then click again. Not good for me. And of course I can do it with the shortcuts and all that, of course, but still sometimes being tired, doing another thing with the other hand, there could be many cases where I just can use the system with the mouse or with the trackpad. This one is better solution, and as I said, doubles down with this icon offering anyway. So yeah, okay, I just realized I have 2 Cosmic files open. Anyway, back to one. And besides this one, of course, as you can see, I have added, as I said yesterday, the time, the week, the date, exactly as I want it to be. Exactly. It's perfect for me that I live here in Sweden, and I guess maybe not all Swedes, but some of them will like what they see up here, and maybe they want the same thing for their own operating system or Linux distribution. Here we are. And then I managed to add this weather up here, very good one, some of the best that I have come across. So yeah, this is a progress for me. So colors, top panel, good. This one, this left panel, I have populated with the icons that I want. This is how you remove an icon. You right click and oops. That will be nice, right? For example, I can go here on system monitor and I can unclick and check the pin to up tray, or I can do this on this app, for example, emoji picker. But no, for system applets, or however they are called, you have to go to Cosmic settings, then you have to go to desktop, dock, configure dock applets, and remove them from here. Insane to me. Insane. I don't understand why such a simple thing is so complicated. Literally this Pop OS Cosmic Experience version 1 whatever, it's like literally the epitome of death by 1,000 paper cuts. That's how I feel it. Anyway, another progress that I made, maybe you have noticed already, the wallpaper changes about every 1 minute, exactly like I want it to be, because that's not what the system allows you to do. It's like every 5 minutes, the quickest option there. And also, as I have mentioned in the other 2 videos, even though I have like about 800 images, I will show you now. Oops, wrong click, my bad. I will return to this click later on. Anyway, pictures, desktop pictures. And I have to now do this. Okay, 781, about 800 images. So from these images, the system maybe was recognizing, I don't know, a handful, I don't know, 20, 50, I don't know, but certainly not about 800, certainly. And also this wallpaper, just like I did with Nobara and Garuda, it's my own solution. I can tap my keybind, or I can open the terminal and give the proper command here. And before I will do that, I will show you what I mean. For example, right now, the screensaver it's on the image 83, for example. I will now switch to 100. Boom. Boom. And just like that. And now I will go back again, but I will go to 84. Boom. I love this kitten. Boom. Isn't it cool? Thank you. And I don't know why the people behind this system do not allow us for these things, but here we are. Anyway, another thing that I managed is to drop dead to eliminate my need for the Cosmic Terminal, or however it's called. Here it is. This is the default terminal of this distribution. I had a few customizations going on for it, like fast fetch, like having transparencies and all that. Crazy amount of work for these little things. Yeah, no, please. So I went back at foot. I don't know if people like foot or not, but it's quite good. And it matches my needs for the system. I will close it actually, and then I will launch it again. Here we are. Bigger size, transparency, better colors in my opinion, without giving you headaches in order to customize it. And fonts and everything. It's like chef's kiss for me. And of course you can use Alacrity, Ptixis or other terminals, but this is for now. On this system, this is my terminal. I have settled on this one. It's not like I will keep this system for more than a day, I guess. Most probably tomorrow it will be the last day. If I will accomplish what I have in mind, tomorrow it will be the last day. I'm progressing simultaneously with a guide of the system. So all things considered, I'm going pretty well with this thing. Thanks to my stubbornness, to my persistence, of course, not thanks to this system. It's like, no, please no. And the thing is, the more I read about it, the more I feel confident saying that the people behind this, either they're quite ballsy by installing this and proposing this to the people of their own system's hardware. That's insane to me. Or they have something else in mind. I don't know what that is. Or maybe their target audience is just developers who can tolerate these miserable experiences. But for me, if I was a Mac OS user or even a Windows user, I will not want to use this cosmic thing. At this point in time, no. Anyway, because I say mostly the bad things about the system, it has, as I said on the very first video when I ran Cosmic on PicOS, it has few nice details. For example, I like them. For example, in most operating systems, in order to switch apps, as I showed you before, it can be visual like this method, for example, or it can be like with Alt-Tab. Of course, they have this thing here, but what I like is that you can just press the super key, the Windows key, however you want to call it, meta key. As soon as you press the key, you can select basically it's both a file launcher, an app launcher, whatever, and application switcher, Windows switcher. For example, I can open Cosmic files as well. And as you can see, it was added here, and I can use shortcuts as well, control 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. And now we'll jump to OBS. Bam, boom, boom, bam. But yeah, and then the insane thing of the operating system hits me, where it doesn't save Windows sizes, locations, anything really. More often than not, it's like, what the heck is going on? Anyway, this is one good thing. The other good thing that has for it, it's like, okay, I don't know the full method about it, I'm still searching for it. For example, I said that I like to have math solutions easily accessible. For easy calculations, you can press again the super key and type math calculation 33 times 15, boom. And it's quite good, and it has few little details that I like. And of course, when I don't find these things like this calculating on the menu, I try to fix them, and you know that I have done this in the past, especially on the XFCE systems that I have shown you before, like Endeavour OS, Void Linux, or MX Linux. But yeah, all things considering, I'm not as mad as I was on the very first time that I used it on the Pica OS, and maybe it will soften me up the more I will be using it. No, of course not, no. This system will go away, if not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow it will go away. If I will be done tomorrow with the thing that I have in mind, it's over. Yeah, not going to insist on using it. And as for the guide, it's kind of, you will see it in time, but it's going well, it's kinda, yeah, 8 pages at the moment. Not small, but not big either. But I'm getting there. And I don't know if I will try. I've been mysterious. I didn't do it on purpose. I'm conflicting with myself. On one hand, I want to close it and be done with it for today, and on the other hand, anyway, what I have in mind, I already told you on the other day. I want to have all the apps have the same colors, basically adhere to the same colors, basically themes. And this one I didn't have the time to do it, and also the mouse cursors and icons and all that. I need to know if I can change it, all things considered, easily or not. Because as I said many times already, regardless of the Linux distribution, I like the system to match my own preferences and needs, and not I match the system. I don't care for it, and if I cared for it, I will use macOS still or Windows. I want to fully be able to customize the system as I see fit and as I please, depending on the mood, on the day, on the whatever. And this system, it's no go. Once again, I have to mention the people behind it may well be brilliant, absolutely brilliant, the best people that one can possibly meet and hope for. But in my opinion, this system should not be released to the public. It should not be allowed to go and click download unless you are a developer and has a big in your face warning. Do not use this if you want to do work with your system or game with your system. For example, I'm not reacting to these kind of things, but I will just mention it. One of the most famous YouTube channels, content creators regarding computers, technology and all that, they used Pop OS with Cosmic on their latest Linux related video, and was a disaster. disaster. And why have that? Maybe the people behind the company believe that there is no such thing as bad publicity. In my opinion, it is. It's a bad publicity, and it's not good publicity, and it doesn't serve anyone in the right mind well, long term. Unless you want to be the villain of the story or something. Or maybe you play it in your mind, I will give them the worst possible solution, only to become the savior in a few months or a year maybe, I don't know. But that's double-edged sword, so to speak. Anyway, I will stop talking about it. I think you are getting a hold of my progress with the system. It's getting closer by the day on what I have in mind, but still climbing the mountain, still climbing the Everest. And the default options in the system do not match my needs, and the broken stuff are just insane. Just insane. This cosmic, not settings, sorry, my bad. This cosmic store, it's not hyperbole, 50% of the time it doesn't work. It closes by itself, it doesn't search for things, it hangs on. I quit it and it doesn't quit. It's like, I don't know what is happening. And I think I've mentioned this to the very first video about Cosmic. The developers behind this one, the company, the people behind this one should stick to 1, 2, 3 things that they target to create and make them as best as possible, and in time enrich the whole platform, the whole situation. As it is now, it's, I don't know why. I don't even know why. Anyway, once again, thank you very much for everything. Thank you so much for everything, and see you on the next one. Bye.